โอเค ก็วันนี้ไม่อยู่ผมเคนฟอร์ฟันคนเดิมนะครับ วันนี้ก็ประกลับมากับการเอ่อต้องเรียกว่าไงเล่นเกมมั้งเพราะว่าก็ไม่ได้เล่นมานานแล้ว วันนี้ก็มาอยู่กันกับเกมDynasty Warrior 7 Extreme Legend วันนี้ผมก็จะไม่เล่นในส่วนของราชวงศ์จินนะวุ้ยง่อจกผมว่าผมจะไม่เล่น ให้เรารู้แบบในเรื่องของพวกซูมาอี้ไงซูมาอี้ เพราะว่าพวกในเรื่องของจกวุ้ยง่อก็คงรู้กันหมดแล้วเนาะอันนี้คือซูมาสูกับซูมาเจียวลูกชายของซูมาอี้ท่านพ่อศัตรูได้ยกทัพออกจากปราสาทแล้วครับและกำลังตั้งค่ายกลอยู่พวกมันจะออกมาทำไมกันฉันเป็นการกระทำที่โง่เขลาที่สุดซูมาสูเจ้าจงนำกองทัพไปเป็นตัวล่อทางทิศใต้ซูมาเจียวหลังจากศัตรูหลงกลซูมาสูแล้วเจ้าตรงเข้าตลบหลังมันทันทีผมชอบเมื่อก่อนผมยอมรับนะว่าผมชอบพวกชายผู้นี้เขาก่อกบฏต่อวุ้ยกกและแยกตัวออกมาตั้งตนเป็นอิสระแต่ถึงกระนั้นเขาก็เป็นแค่ไอ้โง่คนหนึ่งเท่านั้นแหละการรบครั้งนี้ถือเป็นการดูหมิ่นพวกเราอย่างสิ้นเชิงจบมันซะเมื่อก่อนผมยอมรับนะว่าเมื่อก่อนผมชอบแบบพวกจกก๊กอย่างพวกเล่าฝีจูลงอะไรพวกนี้มันอย่างว่าเด็กๆเราชอบคุณธรรมแต่พอโตมาเรารู้สึกว่าคุณธรรมมันกินไม่ได้แล้วก็รู้สึกว่าอะไรหลายๆอย่างทำให้ผมมาเริ่มชอบโจโฉโจโฉมันในนั่นแบบต้องเรียกว่าไงมันพูดไม่ถูกฮะไม่ต้องสอนเคยเล่นมาก่อนแล้วใน LG อะไรเอาเริ่มต้นแล้วกันอาวุธสำรองผมขอเป็นเอ่อไม่ต้องให้เข้ากับซูมาอี้หน่อยรุดเหรอเอาอันนี้แล้วกันมีให้อัปเกรดออฟฟิเซอร์ไหมยังเนาะยังไม่มีแต้มโอเคก็ยอมรับว่าเมื่อก่อนชอบพวกเราปีแต่พอโตมาเริ่มชอบโจโฉเพราะว่าการปกครองของโจโฉเป็นอะไรที่แบบถึงบางคนจะบอกว่าโจโฉเป็นอะไรที่แย่แต่ผมมองว่าเป็นผู้ปกครองที่ดีและพอโตมาอีกนิดนึงตอนนี้25เนาะผมรู้สึกว่าผมอยากเป็นแบบอารมณ์แบบถ้าหลักของชีวิตก็อยากเป็นแบบซูมาอี้ตรงที่มีความอดทน
Tell me, son, what do you think of the one known as Gong Sun Yuan?
He is nothing more than a mere fool. This battle is as good as won. However, I have a feeling that it will not be long before chaos rises again. Wu has united around Sun Quan. However, Wei and Wu have lost many of their heroes and have been weakened for some time. The balance of power has shifted. It is only a matter of time before someone fans the flames of rebellion.
Very perceptive, my son. Indeed, this world has taken a decisive change for the worse. Let's go. I wish to bring a quick end to this battle.
เริ่มเล่นกันเลย
Sure, you will attack from the south, as we discussed. That ought to draw the enemy's attention. Zhao, I will set up camp to the east. Once the enemy's defense is thin, you are to strike.
Father, what's the point of this battle? Frankly, this guy doesn't seem worth the effort.
Sometimes you have to fight battles that are dull, my son. Responsibility demands it.
นี่ก็ต้องมาตีกงซุนอ้วนเหรอเพราะว่าย้วนก็คืออ้วนเนาะถ้าแปลเป็นแบบที่เราเข้าใจหรือไปภาค7ซูมาอี้ยังใช้อาวุธเป็นพัดอยู่เนาะไม่ได้ใช้แบบเป็นพวกกงเล็บเหมือนในภาค8ให้หัวป๋า อ้าวจริงๆอะผมอยากเล่นภาค6นะแต่เบื่อแล้วอะเราเล่นตั้งแต่สมัย PS2 ก็เลยมาเล่นภาค7แคสลงแล้วกันหลายๆอย่างผมรู้สึกว่าภาค7ภาค6มันน่าเบื่อแล้วด้วยสำหรับผมนะแต่ภาค6เป็นภาคแรกเลยที่ผมเล่น3ก๊กพวก Dynasty Warriors ภาคแรกครั้งแรกในชีวิตอะ
Once we reach our initial goal, halt the advance. From there, we will draw the enemy out.
This battle's a real waste of time. We could beat these guys in our sleep.
Looks like those cowards have run for the hills.
ทันสิ้น
Father, what's the matter? I realize our enemy today is hardly worthy of attention, but
I was just remembering the times I fought Juga Leon. Back when I had opponents I needed to think to beat.
อ้าวอันนี้แสดงว่าการสู้รบกับจูกัดเหลียงหรือขงเบงก็คือผ่านไปแล้วสิแปลว่าจูกัดเหลียงก็ตายแล้วดิว้า
to retreat is not necessarily to lose.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I bring news. An enemy unit is on the move.
And just like that, they break down their defenses. Keep drawing the enemy south.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
กงซุนแล้วว่าอ่านกงซุนซุยเพิ่งซ่อมคอมมาก็เลยเอามาเล่นเกมอะไรง่ายๆก่อนเสียงหัวเราะของเวอร์ชันภาคภาษาอังกฤษมันไม่ค่อยต้องเรียกว่าไงยังไม่ค่อยเล้าใจเท่าของเวอร์ชันญี่ปุ่นอ่ะเดี๋ยวถ้าจบด่านนี้เดี๋ยวเปลี่ยนเป็นเวอร์ชันญี่ปุ่นให้ฟัง
I must retreat. This is not the end.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Fight me now for glory. I must retreat. This is not the end.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this position to use in realizing our strategies.
ผมจะไปตรงล่างซ้ายล่างซ้ายเพราะล่างขวารู้สึกจะมี2คนที่น่าจะรอดอยู่แต่ล่างขวาซ้ายผมรู้สึกว่าจะเห็นแต่สีแดง2จุดน่าจะไม่มีตัวบังน่าจะมาแล้ว
Now for glory.
โอ้ย
Hang in there. Victory is almost ours.
Be gone.
แสดงว่าเราจะไม่ได้เห็นอย่างว่ามันเป็นเกมอย่าคิดอะไรเยอะคือเราจะไม่ได้เห็นซูมาอี้สู้กับจูกันเหลียง
This is not the end.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I cannot die. left to do.
จริงๆผมต้องไปบนขวาแล้ว แต่เคลียร์ไอ้พวกแดงพวกนี้ก่อน จะได้ไม่ต้องมามีปัญหาทีหลังที่จริงซื้อดองนานไว้นานแล้วแหละแต่ก็คือต้องเรียกว่าไงคอมเจ๊งก็เลยไม่ได้เล่นสักทีแล้วกูจะขึ้นฝั่งนั้นอ๋อต้องอ้อมโอเคเดี๋ยวสักครู่นะผมขอเช็คแคปเจอร์ก่อนดีว่าโอเคไหมโอเคมาแล้วไปนั่งดูมาเสียงเกมเบากว่าเสียงพูดผมพอประมาณก็ลองไปเพิ่มเสียงมาดูเดี๋ยวค่อยมานั่งเช็คอีกทีไปลองสู้ตรงนี้ก่อนขอโทษด้วยเพิ่งกลับมาจูไลฟ์คอมตัวเองเล่นแต่ LG มานานแต่เสียงผมดูใสขึ้นเนาะหรือใหม่มานะ
Must retreat. This is not the end.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
บนซ้ายบนขวาปวดคอซูมาเจียว
If we don't do something fast, we're done for.
Father, you are normally so much more strict with me. And it's nice to see you have a gentler side as well.
Is not necessarily to lose.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this position to use in realizing my strategies.
More enemy units are moving south.
Like fish to the bait, they can hole up in the castle all they like. They still have their influence.
This has gone on long enough. Strike from the east.
แม่ทัพมันหลุดออกมาไม่ใช่แม่ทัพรองแม่ทัพมันหลุดออกมาแล้วต้องรีบไปผิดทางเดี๋ยวอ้อมทางนี้ไปก็ได้จะได้กำจัดไอตัวหัวใหญ่ด้วยลุยอ้วนเหล้าอ้วนพอลุยก็คือเหล้าอ้วนถ้าเล่นจิ้นจบผมว่าจะไปเล่นโหมดคอนเควส
Regret this moment. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
มาเร็วม้าภาคนี้ยังแย่ตรงที่ว่าผมลองไปเล่นภาค8มาคร่าวๆแล้วภาค8มันดีตรงแบบเราเรียกปุ๊บมันสามารถขี่ได้เลย
Fight me now for glory.
It's an ambush.
โอ๊ย
Stay calm. Turn and fight.
This is how they handle a crisis? What a disgrace.
Prepare to be exterminated. Prepare to be exterminated.
อ่ะ
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I know. You need not worry about me, Father.
โอ๊ย
We surrender. Please, forgive our foolishness.
There are 5 options. Fight, defend, flee, surrender, or die. You have proven inept at the first 2, and have now had the temerity to surrender. Death is all you deserve.
Exterminated.
พัดมันเป่ามากเลยจ้ะคือเล่นภาค 7 มาผมยังไม่เห็นว่ามันมีให้อัปเกรด
Vanquish the sword.
ให้อัปเกรดตัวอาวุธเลยอะมันเบาแบบเบามากเลยอะ
This position to use in realizing my strategies.
มีให้อัพเดี๋ยวโอเคอัพได้แค่นี้ก็บุญแล้วแหละโอเค
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
I have survived until now to this chaos. You shall not defeat me so easily.
You will learn to regret this moment. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
กันเก่งจังอ่ะ
Please, have mercy. I surrender.
The fact that you instigated a revolt is not such a great crime. Your greatest crime was having the temerity to think you had the talent to do so. You, who are unaware of your own mediocrity. Die.
Curse you!
What a miserable world this is, where we are forced to watch while idiots erupt in hysterics. Meanwhile, my own talents are destined to be wasted.
The cunning of Sima Yi managed to eliminate Gongsun Yuan. Not knowing the limits of his strength, he had turned his back on Wei and declared himself the king of Yan. Unable to control his anger towards this fool, Sima Yi was reminded of another man. The unparalleled tactician that had fallen at the Wujiang Plains, Zhuge Liang. Once his star had faded, the land had changed dramatically. Within Wei, Cao Rui succeeded Cao Pi as emperor and began a rule of greed and opulence. While within Wu, they watched the struggle between Wei and Shu as they stabilized their own country and strengthened their defenses. Meanwhile, determined to rebuild its strength, Shu remained quiet as it recovered. It was then that Cao Rui of Wei died and was replaced by the young Cao Feng. Supporting Cao Feng were the Wei general Cao Shuang and none other than Sima Yi. However, Sima Yi willingly gave up his authority and decided to retire instead. For he felt that dividing power between two people would only lead to chaos within the government. In addition, with Zhuge Liang gone, there were none who could match his intellect. Realizing this fact during his battle against Gongsun Yuan, he later disappeared from the public eye. And so, as the lone authority of Wei, Cao Shuang moved to attack Shu in the hope of returning Wei to its former glory. Sima Yi refused to participate in this battle and dispatched his son, Sima Zhao, in his stead. It was a sign of how much he missed having a worthy opponent.
We can place ambush troops here, but that means these supplies.
It's a little dark for map reading, isn't it? Who are you again?
My name is Deng Ai, my lord. I have had the honor of speaking with your father on several occasions.
Is that right?
I have something I wish to discuss with you, my lord.
What is it you want to say?
Forgive me, but would you be willing to speak to our lord on my behalf? We have been short on provisions since our last campaign. Our first order of business should be to find some nice, fertile land. The enemy is clearly reading our every move. We should prepare for a surprise attack.
I suppose you already mentioned this to him and he ignored you. Well, he's not much of a listener. Even if it's coming from me, he's just going to say the same thing.
Perhaps, but you're the only chance I've got.
How do I always get myself caught up in these things?
โอเครอบนี้ก็จะได้เล่นซูมาเจียวซูมาเจียวมีดาบขวานเดี๋ยวโอเคซึ่งซูมาเจียวมีแต้มให้อันหนึ่งผมขออัพทำไม่ตายขออัพมุโซซูมาเจียวแล้วก็ซูมาเจียวไม่มีอาวุธอะไรให้อัพเกรดเลย
My lord, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Ah, there you are, Sima Zhao. I have an important mission for you. I want you to launch a surprise attack on the enemy supply base and secure provisions for our men.
If I do, then our defenses here will be thin. I think it best if we prepare for an attack by the enemy and strengthen our defenses.
You're not the first one to mention that to me. You must have spoken with Deng Ai. There is no way the enemy will try to attack us. They have no idea what we are up to. Enough. I order you to go and attack the supply base. Understood?
I suppose I don't have much of a choice.
ก็อย่างว่าแหละซูมาเกียวน่าไม่มีทางเลือกมากหรอกถ้าไอโจซองสั่งเนี้ยอย่างว่าสกุลโจเขาระแวงสกุลซูมา
But I am still worried that the enemy will spring a night raid.
I hope they do. That'd teach him. Come on, we'd better get moving.
The supply depots are to the northwest. We must approach undetected. preparing. Fine work, my lord. The supply depots are just ahead.
Okay, let's get this thing started.
Terrible news! Our main camp is under attack. It needs help urgently.
Just as I feared.
Okay, let's get
This ought to make Lord Cao Shuang see sense. I guess we better go help out.
Just what do you think you're doing here? Trespassers will be executed.
Try and stop me.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall see.
That was almost too easy.
โอ้ยมันไปเบสแคมป์แล้ว มันไปเบสแคมป์แล้วแต่งงานไหมลูกโจมตีเบสแคมป์กูแล้ว
Things are looking very good for us.
You're out here all alone? I welcome such carelessness in the ranks of my enemies. I must retreat. This is not the end.
That was almost too easy.
Part of our main camp defenses have been wiped out by a fire attack.
โอ้ย
What a disaster. I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble. A true warrior indeed.
เฮ้ย
You
อุ้ยห้วย
will carry our honor across the land. Tighten the defenses.
ตัดไปเมนแคมป์ก่อน
Suma Zhao. I suppose you've come to laugh at me. You're right. I was wrong. I wouldn't do that. So what do you want to do? I think our chances of winning are pretty much gone. I know that. All forces retreat.
ไหนล่ะอยากได้เสบียงเขาแต่สุดท้ายตัวเองก็แพ้เอง
We must take
ควายจริงๆเลย
and head south.
You have your father's eye for strategy, I see. The western gate, you say? Very well.
I am fine with it. You must protect Lord Cao Shuang.
Our lord is struggling. He won't last much longer.
All right, I get it. I have to help him, right?
How could this be? It's as if your actions out there have cured me of all my ailments.
This is our chance, men. Claim the head of the leader of Wei.
คุณส่ง
Not again.
มันไม่ตายอีกเหรอรู้สึกว่ามันจะตายเพราะของกวนอูแล้วนี่
I am to be the last thing you see on this battlefield. Come, show me the might you possess.
More enemy units, my lord.
Why can't they all just come at once and be done with it?
Well done. You have a positive effect on our forces.
Evade the strong and strike at the weak. That is a fundamental tactic in battle.
You are perhaps the most magnificent warrior I've ever seen.
up to this, it looks like we'll have to take care of them.
I'm afraid your destiny has run its course.
Try and stop me. Try and stop me.
Such strength. Until next time when I can return stronger.
That was almost too easy.
Try and stop me.
The Night Rain, the tenacious waves of attack. I'd say they have quite the strategist leading them.
That would be me. And I'm here to
Matai.
claim your head.
Your withdrawal is almost complete.
That'll do. Pull out! Well, it looks like we got away clean in the end. But the general may prove a problem. I suppose I should go and report on what happened to my father.
Most impressive, my lord. You reminded me of your father out there today.
What? Come on. Don't say things like that. Right. Let's move on out of here.
He defeats the enemy with assured decision-making, then retreats by the safest route. It seems the Suma family is the only one that can reunite Wei.
Everybody demanded the return of the cunning strategist they had known. The army led by Cao Shuang to defeat Shu was unable to achieve any results. And Cao Shuang's reputation as a military commander was dealt a crushing blow. On the other hand, Sima Zhao's skillful retreat helped further the Sima clan's reputation as brilliant strategists. Cao Shuang was convinced that military action could not restore Wei to its former brilliance. And so he held a feast at the palace that lasted for several days. With this lavish banquet, he hoped to gain influence and power by winning over the hearts of the leaders and governing officials. However, his opulence began to put a strain on the coffers and accomplished little but to drain the country of its resources. Just then, word arrived that Zhang Wei of Shu was preparing to invade Wei. The only way to meet this threat would be to depose Cao Shuang and replace him with Sima Yi. Oblivious to these calls from the people throughout his country, Cao Shuang continued to hold his feasts. As the misguided rule of Cao Shuang continued, Sima Yi sequestered himself in a mansion within Luoyang and refused to come out. However, there was a distinct gleam in his eyes, like that of a wolf stalking its prey. This was the beginning of a coup d'etat, a natural move for one of such cunning intellect as he.
You mean he's too ill even to meet with me?
Yes. Recently, he's begun to forget things. Frankly, I don't think he'll ever recover. Please give my regards to the general. By the way, where is the general right now?
Yes. I believe he is out on a hunt today. Now, if you will please excuse me. Come, my son. Cao Shuang must be dealt with. I am not generous enough to allow such a fool to do as he pleases.
Cao Shuang is still out hunting, Father. He has no idea what's going on.
We must secure the palace now. It is time to return power to the hands of those smart enough to wield it.
We should secure the guard post at the castle gate. It will be useful when Cao Shuang returns.
เปลี่ยนไปในพวกนั้นแหละ
Tighten the defenses! Father, a messenger has been spotted running off to warn Cao Shuang. We should annex the armorer too. Its benefits would be obvious.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You think you can outsmart me? Don't make me laugh. Another messenger has been sent. We don't know when to quit. There's a guard post here. What should we do, Father?
Take it. The more pressure we put on the soldiers, the easier they will be to manipulate.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
วาย หลายเด้งไม่จะ4 ทุ่มแล้วพอดีผมมีนัดไปทานข้าวข้างนอกต่อไง
Oh, astounding!
Stay loyal to an incompetent buffoon and die, or serve me and live. That is your choice.
I will serve you, my lord. Huan Fan has fled. He was the brain behind Cao Shuang. I'm sure he was the one sending the messengers.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We did it, Father. It is times like these when I really feel the bond between us.
ตามมันไม่ทันอ่ะ เฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยมาแล้วมาแล้วเดี๋ยวพึ่งหนีตามไม่ทันโอ้โห
Here they come. This is gonna be a real chore.
Zhao, keep your comments to yourself. You cannot go through life avoiding things because they are onerous.
หมาห้ามเข้าอีกเอ้ย
Stand firm! The mind shall vanquish the soul.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
We must tighten our defenses and keep from losing any ground against the enemy.
I too share your pride, Father.
Astounding! All my drinking, hunting, carousing, it is all for the future of Wei! You understand? I have to be seen as a strong leader!
What I understand is that you have proven yourself to be a most unworthy leader. For the future of Wei, I must eliminate such an incompetent ruler.
Someone stop Sima Yi! Buy me some time!
Be gone!
I know. You need not worry about me, Father.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Everything I have done has been for the Empire. For Wei. I regret nothing. I was right to do what I did. Know your place. Our men were coming together as one under me. His Highness knew that!
Imbecile! If you thought your conduct was unimpeachable, then why were you spying on me? You feared me because you knew you were wrong, right? You blind, misguided fool. Kill him.
Sima Yi could not forgive Cao Shuang. He was a fool that cared only about what others thought of him, who let his insecurities drive him down the path of indecision. With Cao Shuang out of the way, authority over Wei fell to Sima Yi. Fearing for his life, Xiahou Ba, a relative of Cao Shuang's, decided to plot an escape. Learning of his intentions, Sima Yi made his way to the castle where Xiahou Ba was stationed.
Xiahou Ba will be heading for Shu.
You don't wish us to give chase?
No. The Xiahou clan's achievements are well known. Killing him will bring unnecessary trouble.
He sides with his father's killers to save his own hide. I couldn't do it.
Fleeing to Shu, Xiahou Ba was made a general in their army. The events following Cao Shuang's execution unnerved the leaders of Wei. Indeed, Sima Yi, now the sole authority over all of Wei, also sensed something unusual going on. However, he was too busy to do anything about it. Carrying on the will of the late Zhuge Liang, Jiang Wei of Shu had resumed the invasion of Wei. Sima Yi sent his sons, Sima Shi and Sima Zhao, to go and deal with this threat. As they looked upon the Shu army at Mount Niutou, the sagacious young men thought to themselves, why would Father not participate in this battle? Why did he send us instead? These two brilliant young minds could not help but question their great father's choice. Would they find the answers they sought in this battle?
Okay, ผมจบพาร์ทไว้แค่นี้ดีกว่าก็เดี๋ยวจะเตรียมตัวไปข้างนอกแล้วโอเคก็สำหรับ Dynasty Warriors 7 ในเรื่องของราชวงศ์จิ้นพาร์ทแรกก็ขอจบไว้เพียงเท่านี้นะครับก็หลังจากที่ไม่ได้ลงคลิปนานก็ถ้าผิดพลาดอะไรก็ขอโทษด้วยครับสำหรับพาร์ทนี้ใครชอบลืมกดไลค์กด Subscribe แชร์และคุณผู้ชมเป็นกำลังใจให้ต่อไปด้วยนะครับสวัสดีครับผมบ๊ายบายวันนี้พาร์ทต่อไปจะได้เล่นเป็นซูมาสูโอเคบ๊ายบายครับ